wealth taxes. Can you talk to how wealth taxes are calculated in the various regions? Because I believe that it varies by region, right? But I know a summary. Yeah.
Yeah, a summary. I mean, two regimes. If you are under the general regime, you are subject to tax on your worldwide wealth. Okay, but then the different regions in Spain, they can apply rules. For example, in Madrid or in Andalusia, there is an exemption to net wealth tax, full exemption. Okay. Also, and I will talk now about a fortune tax that was created to avoid in practice the application of this exemption. Okay. But also there are some exemptions to taxation under the net wealth tax. For example, there is a minimum exemption that also depends on the region where you are resident of. Also, the house that you are living is also exempted from net wealth tax. And also there is a limitation of the net wealth tax that you have to pay depending on the level of income that you have, because Spain doesn't want that you have to pay to sell your assets in order to pay the net wealth tax. And also there is an exemption to family businesses. Okay. On top of that, if you are under the Beckham regime, you are only subject to tax on your Spanish wealth. Foreign wealth is not subject to tax under the Beckham regime. Now, for this year, 2022 and 2023, those regions where the net wealth tax is exempted, then the central government created this new tax called the fortune tax, which was looking for to avoid the applicability of these exemptions in these regions, because the central government is governed by a different political party as to those regions that created these exemptions. So they wanted to create the central tax, which is quite controversial, and we at EY believe is against the constitutional principle. So now, for this year, we have this tax, which is temporary, and we believe, in fact, we have recommended our clients to claim against constitutionality of this tax. But this year, we have general elections in Spain, and it is expected that this fortune tax is eliminated.
Understood. So you mentioned that there's some regions without the wealth tax and net wealth tax, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you think? I know I'm calling on you to speculate, but just there's a sentiment that those exclusions may not be long term. What is your sense? Do you get a sense for Madrid and those other regions?
My sense for Madrid and for the regions that are governed by the political party that is expected to win the elections is that they are. I don't know, but I believe that they are planning on including more and more exemptions. Because, for example, in Madrid, in Andalusia just incorporated this exemption this last year in November. But in the case of Madrid, they are making a lot of publicity about reduction of tax rates and taxes in general to attract investment into Madrid, not only from abroad, but also from other regions in Spain. So, there is this tendency to reduce taxes in those regions for sure.
Which is good news for us. Okay. Thank you.
So if you're a 6, 7, or 8-figure investor, entrepreneur, or business owner who needs a tailor-made solution from a qualified team of professionals, we can help you achieve the international lifestyle, the freedom, and even the tax savings you're looking for. Visit us at htj.tax and live that international life.